So see, like stop sharing screen for 1 minute. Okay, stop sharing screen. Stop sharing screen. Stop sharing screen. Stop sharing. Oh, just stop here. Click the stop sharing. See, first of all, we know about some routing process, right? What is routing? First of all, I have some questions from your side. What is OSI model? Sorry, router work on which layer of the OSI model? Layer 3. So layer 3 is responsible for what? Data segmentation. Data segmentation. No, not segmentation. It's like data packets, packet encapsulation. Encapsulation packet. Okay. IP packets, right? Huh? So layer 3. On the layer 3, what is happening here? So router works. So in this layer, the hardware, especially inter networking devices, है ना? Inter networking devices will work. Devices will work. So they are like able to attach multiple networks. So this is called inter networking devices. Okay, and same your networking devices. They are used to attach multiple networks in LAN on LAN. So like your hub switches, hub L2 switches, and your WAP, है ना? Wireless access points. Points are this one, and they work on layer 2. Yeah? And the device like your router, it is called internet networking devices, and they work on layer 3, right? Like a router is and gateway. Gateway work on every layer. Gateway and firewall work on every layer. Okay, depending on firewall types. Okay, so clear? So what is router? Router is a device which is used to connect multiple networks. So router have more tasks, not only one task router have. It's 44 right now. Okay. Router have multiple tasks. First, connecting two or more different network, right? Now, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? They divide a multiple big area into small area. So it is called network segmentation. Network segmentation to control our big network, right? And they are able to plan a route of communication. Plan a route of communication, right? Communication. So depending upon this is called routing. Router perform a task. So all tasks belong to which routing, right? Router do a task called routing. Routing means what? Planning a best route for communication, right? And the planning of best route are done by routing protocols. है ना? Routing protocols. So, and routing protocols will do what? Plan the best route of communication depending on the matrix. They use matrix, है ना? Matrix for communication. What are matrix? We use kilogram, kilometers, centimeter, pounds. What are matrix for measurement of the some physical quantity? Same thing. How I can decide, because if I'm communicating on the WhatsApp from here to you, over internet we have more routes, not one and two, we have millions of routes. So which route is best? Router will decide by help of the routing protocols. And they use matrix. Matrix are the ways of measurement. How I can measure the best route, right? So they use hop count value, cost value, k values for finding the best route on the for communication. Every protocol has different metrics. RIP use hop count values, EIGRP use k values, taken up. OSPF use cost values, taken up to find the best route of communication. The metrics are the way of measurement of the best route. Every protocol has different route metric for the measurement. Cannot be a deep part of it. Next we'll try. Okay. So they are metrics. Clear? So routings can be done on two ways: static routing and dynamic routing. Right? Static routing and dynamic routing. Dynamic routing. So static routing and dynamic routing. Static routing is something like that. We have to make my own route without protocols. So I am deciding. I am just planning. I just saying the router you have to communicate from this port to this port. So it is a manual planning of the routes. Okay. And here we do what? Manual planning of routes. Manual planning of routes. And this type of the routing is helpful for small network. Small network. Small network. Okay. And if you want to make some static route like backup routes, over internet, so on the internet the protocol is what is called BGP, right? BGP. So if BGP will not communicate somehow down, so I will use the manual route static for running this. BGP is not working. Static routing, static routing and default routing. Okay, static and default routing I use. Default routing.
Let's say when we do the network segmentation, right, from a big network to small network, the small network, are we going to use?
We can use static routing.
Static.
It is this,
but
it is a fast option,
choice.
but we're not able to plan. So for me, if I have a big network, I'm not able to learn all routes. Okay, not possible to write the routes. Okay, so because every time route will change, so that's why we use routing protocol. Routing protocol will decide route automatically. Dynamic. If I have make a static route, then I have to change always, all time. Okay, so that's why we have to use dynamic routes. They are only used for the smallest networks and for the backup routes. Okay. So in the dynamic routing protocols, we can divide this protocol in two parts. First is called LSRP, DVRP, and HRP. So I put DVRP upside. So DVRP is called distance vector routing protocol. Distance vector routing protocols. Right? In the DVRP, the example is RIP, RIP version 1, RIP version 2, and RIP NG. NG is next generation for V6. Okay. And they use hop count as a matrix. Hop count as a matrix. What is hop count? So number of network travel passed to reach from source to destination. Okay. For example, you are sitting there, I am sitting here. Okay, I am sending the packet to you. So first route is first hop count, second hop count, third hop count. Maybe next route is first hop count, second hop count, third and fourth hop count. So the route whose hop count is less, the best route for the RIP. And so RIP will decide the best route of communication by help of hop count. Hop count is matrix for the RIP.
So does it seem like similar to time to live?
Time to live is different thing. Hop count is different thing. So when you run a tracer command, They give hop counts. Assert space facebook.com. They show me hop counts. Tracert है ना TRACERT facebook.com
restore Facebook.
नहीं ट्रैसर्ट तो उसमें चलता है ट्रैसर्ट नहीं चलता है ट्रैसर्ट google.com. So they are the hub counts. This is only actual path of communication. Data is going from here to router and router to the Airtel office, local branch, then main branch, then they out from the other network. So they give me the all hop count values. How much like network is crossed to reach from here to the
So it has like maximum hops, right?
hops.
So is it
Hop
compulsory that like it has only 30 hops or it can not
Hey, depending upon so RIP only work with 15 hop counts.
10 hops?
No, 15 hop counts. So you can't use RIP over big networks. So RIP have a matrix is called hop count, and hop count will decide the best route of communication. The route whose hop count is less is the best route. Again, you try hop count will be changed. So we did 11 hop count to reach the here to like this one. Correct. So hop count is like a matrix for measuring this route of communication. So the less hop count is this for the RIP. So if I configure RIP for communication, so I will have to go with the hop count, right? So now we have LSRP, link state routing protocol. The link state routing protocol, state routing protocols. Okay, it is your OSPF. Now OSPF running with V3, है ना? V3. So the matrix for the OSPF is cost value, K value, cost value. Okay, we divide bandwidth like 1000 with bandwidth. We get the cost value. So the protocol whose cost value is less is best protocol. ठीक है obviously I have a path one ठीक है I have first path whose cost whose bandwidth is 100 Mbps है ना 100 Mbps right Mbps other route have a bandwidth is 1000 Mbps 1000 Mbps right and one route third route have a speed of bandwidth is 4 Mbps. Okay, so what is K value? Cost value. So 1000 by bandwidth. So I get 10 here, right? I get 1 year cost value, and here I get how much? 250. Who is the best route? This one. So your OSPF use cost value for measuring the route of communication, right? Correct? And HRP is to hybrid routing protocols.
So it is based on OSPF is based on the
Based on
Mbps.
Mbps, the cost value. What is the formula for finding cost value? This formula.
Bandwidth.
Okay. So the cost value is less, we have best route of communication, right? Now,
So if the router is candidate the another router which has more Mbps.
more Mbps. So actually, router have a details about the other. So I am a router, your router. Beyond you are other router. So I know only you, not other routers. So you have all routes beyond me. So router send all route details. Now this route have this bandwidth. So my router will decide by the cost value which is this route for communication. So OSP is very deep thing. So I'm not to start OSP this week, next week start.
So that's what, like, if you know only me, right? There are like many other how can discover other
So they are doing neighbor discovery.
neighbor discovery, neighbor solicitation, neighbor advertisement.
Discovery. They use LSA packet, RSA packet to like update all your route tables and all those things. Okay.
So that based on that, like what I know my neighbor, so you're able to detect this MBPS.
So they will exchange the route tables. So they have route table, and my router compare the route from the route tables. So HRP
So
is
based on that, like OSPF can find out which has the
best route
best
communication.
route for communication.
So they have an algorithm. Not going this part is part of like BTEC and EEC. Okay. So HRP is a hybrid routing protocols. Hybrid routing protocols.
So nowadays the companies are going with multi-protocol labeling
MPLS.
MPLS. Yeah.
Because obviously someone use big protocol, someone is OSPF, so they're not communicating because they are different matrix. That's why I use MPLS.
Labeling. So that's much
So my
better than
company
OSPF.
I use RFP version 1. You use RFP version 2. Someone use OSP, someone use EIGRP. Okay. So how they are communicating? Because they are different matrix and standards. So that's why they use MPLS for multi-level protocols communications. Okay. So HRP is EIGRP. EIGRP is the best protocol among RIP, OSPF, and others. EIGRP. Called exterior, sorry, enhanced interior gateway routing protocol. Right? Is EIGRP.
Yes, sir. What is it?
EIGRP work on the K values. K value. But what is problem? This is the type of Cisco protocols. Cisco protocols. So we are not able to use this protocol in other devices. So they're not in use now. They're using Cisco devices. So if I have Cisco device, then I can use EIGRP. So EIGRP is better than your RIP and OSP. But I can only implement this protocol in Cisco devices. Okay. So they are so this all these protocols is called IGP. So IGP is what? Interior gateway protocols. Gateway protocols. So they work inside networks, inside company. But if a company want to communicate with other company over internet, so they are not working over internet. So in this case, we use BGP. So so for example, I have a company SBI.com. So all branches are communicating with the IGP.
Site to site.
Site to site.
So
Like
that
all
is
sites.
based on like IGP.
IGP for all the protocol like DBRP, DBRP are for example RIP. So IGP have a IGP have three types. DBRP, LSRP, OSPF, and your HRP. So these all protocols are IGP. They're working in same company under same AS number. So I can say that this protocol work under same AS number. Same AS number. ASN. What is ASN? Autonomous system number, right? Autonomous. So BGP work on the AS number. So BGP will work on different AS number over internet. So SBI.com. So SBI will do what? All branch have to be configured with BGP and these protocols. And if your SPI try to communicate with other branches, they have to use BGP networks. So now we have EGP. Superior gateway protocols, right? EGP is what? EGP is BGP. I have only one EGP in the world is called BGP, Border Gateway Protocol. So they are working on different AS number, our internet. And it's not point to point connection. Yeah.
So yeah, so if a company works on BGP and IGP.
Both they're both using
Yeah.
so depending upon me, I can use RIP, OSPF, or IRP. So everyone using OSPF nowadays. RIP and IGRP not in use nowadays. Very okay. If I switch to device, I can use IGRP, but no one can use IGRP and RIP. Only OSPF is a part of CCN.
So border gate BGP can only be used in layer
Our internet.
over internet.
Yeah, so all this protocol are work layer 3 because they are
There's no
not
alternate for BGP.
nothing. BGP is only visible. Only visible. So they are the routing protocols. So the starting from, so I'll show you that I'm not going to see every part, but I'll show you that how to configure our routers with the static route, default route, okay, and RIP and OSPF. So we also cover EIGRP, okay, and try to do the auditing on every points. 5 lab, take 2 or 3 weeks to complete. And
2 or 3 weeks.
every class of 1.5 hour per week. Okay, and out. So today we try to configure RIP protocols, RIP. So take 2 routers, stop sharing, stop sharing screen. The screen now. Take 2 router, 2 switches. Okay. Click on router. Double click on router. Go on physical, and zoom it. Zoom out. Click on zoom out option. Zoom in option. Take okay. Just off router. Power off router first. Power off router, and just put WAN port. WAN port is NM2T. Click on first one NM2T. So they're the WAN port. Just drag it and okay. For the WAN communication. So when you buy new router, the router will not give you the WAN port. You have to buy the WAN port from additional. Okay. The router only give LAN port. So if you want to for WAN communication, you have to buy the WAN ports. There are LAN ports. If you need more LAN port, they give you the open slots.
Yes, to 4. Yeah.
So all things written here. This port belongs to which type and okay. If you need more LAN ports of the router, you have to use any other modules. So they are the modules. So router only give you 1, 2 LAN ports and console port only in the router. If you want to add more port, you have to buy the modules. Okay. You are now on router. And do same thing with the other router. Okay. More right now. Why late? There. The job. छुट्टी है क्या?
It's going on. I'm today leaving.
कितने partners? Close now. Open on forum. Just connect this router with the serial cable to the thread. Yeah. Console. Click here. Serial cable. DT cable. Click here. First one. DT cable. DC cable. Sorry. DC cable. LAN port. Serial 01. है ना? Any port. Serial. ना? Same. Serial. Okay. Now add your serial with LAN cable. Straight cable. Copper straight cable. Copper straight cable. Straight cable. Third one. Any grade one gigabit ports. Gigabit ports. Are you getting? But remember the port number. Now take some PC. One PC, two PCs. Okay. Do one thing. Give me mouse. Practice for like practice. Three again. Last time. So press control to like you automatically. Okay. Not need to go again to this
copper straight cable.
static cable. So my topic is auditing networks. So we are auditing the router and protocol also. The one like auditing of like Windows auditing is done. Like skip. So I am planning here. I'm just planning here, labeling here that the WAN link is communicating on IP 10.0.0.0/24.0/24.
Not one.
नहीं, 0.0.0/24. Okay, and in this here my IP will be 10.0.0.1.0.1/24, and here 10.2 0.2/24.
Yeah, separate network. You get 20 different network.
नहीं राउट वो the van in ना van in में क्या होता है कि आपका भी समोची the company my company if I am in inside company so this case I have same IP address on point to point so same range of IP address. So for example I have a company SB open a new branch in like Hyderabad. So what and they want to communicate with the Bangalore. So what the end point IP will same. So the company will buy lease line with a like ISP and they add with the lead line. So if we are not able to like lay down cables and launch satellite, so they have to buy lease line from the ISP, BSNL or Airtel, and the lease line they have same IP address on the both end.
So they have the same IP of 10, like
on both end only. Both end. So they are inter area combination because I do same company and the BGP same thing is happening. Okay. And the if you have put different networks, so then they're not communicating. So LAN part I want to configure with 192.168.1.0/24. 1.0/24. And this side network I just want to configure like 192 state 2.0/20. One and 2.168. Dot 2.0
Oh, okay, okay. Now I got confused.
slash 24. So there are LAN part and there are WAN parts.
So these two will become a different network.
Yes, yes. Because WAN part is communicating on same network, same IP address, right? So this port is called LAN gateway. This port is called WAN gateway. So LAN gateway, I put first IP, any IP on LAN gateway.
LAN gateway,
Put
gateway.
IP address 192.168. 2.168. 68.1.1 slash 24.
I have a question, which is a trunk port?
Trunk is not a trunk port is for like switches normally. Switch trunk port use करते हैं. यहाँ पर trunk नहीं. When you configure VLAN, then you have to if your trunk ports. That's 20. So I can use any IP address on the edge. Now in every PC and every device, in devices server, we have to put this is gateway. So all LAN devices communicating with this IP, escape key, escape key. So this IP is a gateway for applications. So all device, all in device, I put it is my gateway. And for this side, it is my gateway. Okay. In doubt? So they are, it's my whole subnet now. So all networks inside this part we configure with this IP address, this subnet.
Okay. So if you want to send a
This is my IP address, no? So ये मैं subnet है ना, ये मैं subnet. So the first IP given to the gateway, router, port number, LAN port number. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Now configure IP in this PC. Put IP address. 192.168.1.2. Dot 1.2. 1.2, no, 1.2, not class. Take tab key. Now go on gateway and put the dot 1. Gateway same, no?
On DNS server.
So we do later. Also was lab. Two type there. 192.168. On the 3. Same gateway. Copy all just remove the first part. Okay. Yes. To same here. Stop. Done. Okay. Now configure OSP. So they are communicating. Just go on terminal and ping first IP address, both IP address. One dot two, no? 1.2.
1.2 is the same PC itself.
Just ping first IP address. The pinging, stop it. Control C and then now ping the other IP address. Dot 1, dot 3, no? dot 3. First of all, check your LAN connectivity.
For that we use ping.
Hmm.
LAN connectivity.
Hmm. Not LAN connectivity. I can check any network, not LAN or WAN or anything. Okay. Ping is a command used to check connectivity. Okay. So they are communicating. Okay. And they are communicating. But I'm not communicating from here to here. My target was I just want to communicate from here to here. Maybe it is SBI Punjab, it is SBI Pune. So I just want from here to here. So because we not configure router. So check port number. What is port number there?
So,
Port number. Port number. Port number. Serial 010 is port number.
zero,
You can't support number. Gigabyte triple zero, right? So configure this port now first. Go on router CLI mode and enter now. No, because you don't have initial setting. Enter. Press enable command. Enable. Take tab now. EN and take tab. Okay. Configure terminal. So first of all, how to check ports? How to check ports?
I have this.
So IP interface brief, है ना?
Sure.
So IP interface brief. Interface brief. Right? Clear. Now configure report number. So go on config terminal command. Config mode. Config terminal. Take tab. Only put T and take tab. The computer count automatically. Okay. Enter now.
So like this.
T and take tab. 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 Enter now. Enter. Okay. So now in the config mode, I have to configure router. So first we configure which port? LAN port. So put command interface gigabit 0/0/0. Interface gigabit space 0/0/0.
The uppercase is
No,
required.
no, 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 nothing. If configure, take tab key.